Hey, sweetie, how you doing? I just woke up out of bed, so that's why I look like hell. And if you see me scratching and itching, well, now you know why. So anyway, I'm making this video in response to one of the videos I saw on your channel about, talking about this whole natural hair thing and, if there are any other issues that we really need to be speaking about more than natural hair. And I agree with you 100%. I think that for a lot of people, this whole natural hair thing is a fad. And I think that instead of focusing really so intently on our hair, not saying that the natural hair community is a bad thing or that it's superficial or anything, but I think people are treating it in a superficial way. In other words, I think that they are focusing on the external appearance of our hair rather than dealing with the deeper underlying emotional issues that govern how we choose to wear our hair. I think that for a lot of people, it's much easier to attach yourself to external things or external expressions. Like the way we wear our hair, wearing our hair natural, wearing certain clothes. It's much easier to put on a costume, you know, than it is to do the real work, because the real work is very painful. It's not easy at all. And human beings, we tend to avoid things that are difficult, things that are unpleasant, things that are painful. And the whole issue of why so many of us feel the need to alter the natural structure of our hair or to wear wigs and weaves and things like that is painful. And I know that for a lot of people, there are a lot of people out there who, choosing to use a relaxer or whatever is not necessarily a reflection of a negative self image. But if you're one of those people listening to this video, then, obviously this doesn't apply to you. But let's be honest, there are a lot of us that it does apply to. And I am one of those people, like, even though I'm a man, I still grew up in a society that was hostile to my existence as a person of African descent. And I received all those negative messages just like the women did, you know, that we were inferior, that we were ugly, that, you have bad hair, in other words, that you are not complete as a human being the way God made you. And it took work, and it's still a process of undoing that conditioning. So for me to grow my hair out, to make the decision to grow my hair out, is a reflection of the work that I was doing internally to undo that damage that was done to me. It was one way of reclaiming myself and showing that these negative things that I was told about myself were nothing more than lies. I grew up hating my hair and wishing that I had straight hair because I was told that what God gave me was ugly, and that somehow or another I was inferior. And in order for me to get to the place to grow my hair out and not feel the need that I needed to use what's that stuff? Not relaxers, but Well, yeah, I mean, I messed with relaxers too, but the texturizers, like S-Curl and all of that stuff, I had to get to the place to realize that feeling this way about myself was not something natural, but it was a conditioning that was put on me. And so seeing all these women who were going natural and growing their hair long and doing all these beautiful hairstyles, it was liberating because it showed me, okay, here we go. This is just one more thing that was told to you about you that is a lie. This whole idea that you got bad hair and that you're ugly and that you're inferior is a lie. And I know for a lot of people of color, African descent, the hair thing was always the hitching point. Like I remember this one girl, saying the only thing they got on us is hair. And the idea that our hair is bad, it's fucked up, it's short, it can't grow. Seeing all these girls on YouTube just broke that myth because it was really a revolution to me to see women who could grow their natural hair all the way down their back. I never thought that was possible. I was brainwashed to believe that that's something we could never do. Feeling that my hair was ugly and this and that and the other. Well, learning on YouTube how to care for my hair showed me that there wasn't anything wrong with me the way God made me. I was fine. I was perfect. I was beautiful. And so that was very empowering. But I think that a lot of people have come to this thing not from that process of self-discovery and self-appreciation, but because it's a fashion, it's a fad. And so many people in society are just followers. They jump on whatever bandwagon they see somebody else on. So you get enough people doing something, they're going to want to do it too. So it's like if you get enough people walking around with a cherry bush stuck up their ass, everyone is going to want to do it too. So I think that's what, for a lot of people with this natural hair thing, I think that's the thing. Is like they see everybody else doing it. It's in now. I want to be popular. I want to be, fashionable. So I'm going to do it too. And there isn't the deeper underlying spiritual and emotional work being done to make this the outward manifestation of what's happening inside.